I was more surprised with my level. My level was really, really bad. And that's it, these two things come together. He's having a great day, I'm having a really bad day, and it's results as a negative outcome for me.
Novak Djokovic has been a name that spells excellence, a player that has time and again showcased his brilliance on the court, but even the greatest of the greats face hurdles that question their dominance. Recently, Novak's loss to a lucky loser, Luca Nardi, at the Indian Wells Masters was a moment that left fans and critics alike scratching their heads. Was this just a stumble on his part, or are we witnessing the beginning of a decline for the world number one? Today I'll be revealing some interesting social media theories for what's going on, as well as my analysis. You'll better sit tight and get ready for an adrenaline rush, because this is gonna be a wild one. And as always, if this video serves up some tennis joy, volley that like button and backhand a subscribe for more ace-worthy tennis content like this. When Djokovic returned to Indian Wells, the tennis paradise, after 5 long years, everyone thought he was back to claim another title. He had everything going for him, having not played in an official match for over 6 weeks, which made his opening round against Alexander Vukic crucial. Despite showing rust, Djokovic managed to clinch his 400th career Masters 1000 victory. This win was supposed to be a confidence booster, but instead, it was a prelude to one of the most unexpected outcomes in tennis history. Djokovic's loss to Luca Nardi, a 123rd ranked Italian lucky loser at the time of the match, left everyone stunned. Nardi, who had just 3 career wins on the ATP Tour and mostly competed in minor leagues, was not the opponent anyone expected to challenge Djokovic, let alone defeat him. "I'm super happy with the performance," Nardi said to ATP Tour reporters after the match. "This is a miracle. It's crazy. I think that before this night no one knew me," said Nardi after stunning the world's top player via the ATP. "I hope that the crowd enjoyed the game. I'm super happy with this one." But first, quiz time. Novak lost to an Italian lucky loser, Luca Nardi. But what rank was he at the time of the match? Was it A, 123rd, B, 112th, C, 132nd, D, 115th? The correct answer will be revealed at the end of the video, so stay tuned. And hey, don't be shy. Hit us up with your guesses in the comments. We'll reply to as many of them as we can. So, how did this happen? How did Djokovic, the top player, find himself outmatched in the year's first Masters 1000 event? Several factors may have contributed to this surprising defeat. First, the conditions at Indian Wells are notorious for being challenging, with wind and other elements playing a significant role. Djokovic, known for his adaptability, has faced issues with wind before, especially since his playstyle involves standing close to the baseline, leaving less time to adjust to wind-affected ball movements. However, as Djokovic himself would agree, the conditions were the same for both players, so this couldn't be the only reason for his loss. Nardi's performance was undeniably impressive. His forehand, powered by an easy swing and fast racket head speed, caused significant trouble for Djokovic. Moreover, Nardi's ability to remain calm and composed, especially after losing the second set, showed a maturity beyond his experience. His backhand, initially a concern due to a technically unusual closed racket base, turned out to be solid, challenging Djokovic further. Despite Djokovic's storied success at Indian Wells, with 5 titles to his name, his recent years at the tournament have been less than stellar. The slow, high-bouncing courts, which in the past did not align well with his game, were thought to be playing faster this year. Yet player comments about the court conditions varied, with some saying the ball bounced higher and others noting it skidded more. Djokovic, for his part, did not use these conditions as an excuse for his performance, which in my view speaks to his character as a competitor. Another large aspect to consider is Djokovic's lack of match play. Coming into a major tournament without having competed in an official match for 6 weeks is not typical for him. This lack of competitive play likely contributed to his defeat, as match sharpness is crucial for dealing with high-pressure situations. Additionally, Djokovic's intensity, a key component of his game, especially in Grand Slam matches, seemed to be missing at Indian Wells. His confrontation with the chair umpire and the lack of psychological pressure applied to Nardi in the deciding set showed a lapse in focus from him that I've not seen before. The defeat was shocking, but it also highlighted the Italian's incredible performance, marking him as a rising star in tennis. And get this, 5 of Djokovic's last 9 losses have come against Italian players. Isn't that odd? Sinner, 3, Musetti, 1, and Nardi, 1. Quite spooky if you ask me. I'll probably be ordering pasta at restaurants from now on. Who knows, maybe it'll give me a boost on court. So, after this unexpected loss, everyone online has been asking, what's up with Novak Djokovic? I've seen lots of guesses flying around on different platforms, and I want to talk about the top 5 theories. I'll give you my take on each. First, some people think Djokovic struggles more against younger players, those born after 2000. It's hard to ignore, right? His recent big match losses mostly came against these young stars. People say this shows the older guys born in the 90s just don't have what it takes. They mention that these 90s players only won 2 major titles, while the 80s stars like the Big Three grabbed 80. Some say it's because the 90s players fold under pressure against legends like Djokovic and Nadal. They don't have the mental toughness, according to this theory. But then why do players like Alcaraz and Sinner seem to break through? The theory goes that Djokovic can't scare them, but I don't buy it. It's not about fear. Djokovic knows how to find and attack their weaknesses. Except with some like Alcaraz and Sinner, it's getting harder to find those weak spots. Then there's talk about Djokovic's focus. After his loss and skipping the next big tournament, some said he's not really into tennis right now. Lost his motivation. A former pro player even said Djokovic is taking a break before hitting the clay courts hard. Fans online think he looks mentally checked out. He's been at the top chasing and breaking records for so long. Maybe he's finding it hard to keep the fire burning. Djokovic himself hinted he's trying a new approach. He's achieved so much. Now he's probably eyeing Wimbledon and the Olympics. The big question is, will we see his famous laser focus return by then? Quick side note here, I hope you haven't forgotten about our trivia question. Make sure to keep watching, the answer will be revealed at the end. And hint, the answer is not D, 115th. Djokovic's health also came up. After losing in Australia, some pointed to him fighting off a virus. But Djokovic has powered through worse. Remember, he's won with serious injuries before, so it's tough to blame his loss on just being sick. He still played some amazing tennis during that tournament. The rivalry with the younger stars is another hot topic. Djokovic versus Alcaraz look like the next big thing, but it's Sinner who's emerging as a huge challenge. He plays a lot like a younger Djokovic, powerful, precise, and no clear weaknesses. It's like Djokovic is facing a mirror image of his younger self. This matchup is becoming one to watch. Fans are buzzing about whether Sinner might be the toughest opponent Djokovic has faced yet. Lastly, there's the age debate. Some say Djokovic is just getting older, and it's natural he'd start to struggle more. But look at Federer, who nearly won Wimbledon at 38. Djokovic is a fitness fanatic. It's too soon to say he's done winning slams. Maybe he won't dominate like before, but he's not out of the game yet. After all, his recent slump is just missing out on 1 Grand Slam win. Let's keep things in perspective. So what's really going on with Djokovic? Is it a mix of these theories or something else? His recent losses might suggest a decline, but I believe it's too early to make such a call. One thing's for sure, tennis fans are in for an interesting season as we watch how Djokovic responds to these challenges. Will he bounce back stronger? Or is this the start of a new chapter? Only time will tell. But I'm not ready to count him out yet. Now let's circle back to our trivia question. Novak lost to an Italian lucky loser, Luca Nardi. But what rank is he? Well, here's the answer. And if you were listening intently, you will have gotten it right. 123rd. Djokovic lost to Luca Nardi, who was a 123rd ranked Italian lucky loser at the time of the match.
Game, set, match. Nardi, 2 sets to 1.
Take a peek at our other videos. And that, my friends, is game, set, and match for this episode of Glam Slam Tennis. Thanks for watching.